With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You talk about this Bengals defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Greg, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action with Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. And look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down. And
he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Lamar changing the look. On 3rd down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yard.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
Here we go.
On third down, Mixon. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Ravens at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone.
Charlie Jones on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it.
Here we go.
I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Hey, we got to go score.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The Bengals going to use the second timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lamar changing the play. Rifles one incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
their own 24-yard
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And Charles is... He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the gun to give to Mixon. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. From 17 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Burrow. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A little juke. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Jones. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's out right at the 25. 12 yards that. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Here we go, here we go.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Burrow now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 55 yards. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Jackson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the run.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.